Well, a very good morning and a warm welcome to the Tottenham training ground as we bring you coverage of the Premier League Next Gen Cup. First up, we've got West Ham United versus Crystal Palace. I'm Dean Kilford, alongside me, Tyler Morris. Tyler, welcome.
Thank you very much, Dean. I'm really looking forward to this afternoon's competition. Of course, the first two games of it, with the big game on Saturday, big two games on Saturday as well.
Well, we can see the two teams, they've been warming up on the spare pitches, but I say spare pitches, there's a plethora of pitches here on the training ground. The two teams, Crystal Palace and West Ham United, lining up, ready to be welcomed onto the pitch by referee Kirsty Dow. And it's going to be a good one. Two young teams, two bright academies, Crystal Palace and West Ham United, famous, of course, for bringing youth through the system up into the first team. We should see a mixture, certainly from West Ham, of some of their under-23s as well today.
And we've seen them just warm up behind us, and it was a nice view of their finishing. I think it was on a high level, that's for sure, and something to look forward to over the next 90 minutes.
Well, certainly one player I certainly saw pick out the top corner on more than one occasion, young George Earthy, midfielder, who's on the cusp of the first team for West Ham as well. He'll be one to watch, I'm sure, as the 90 minutes unfolds here. But just ahead again, let's run through the two lineups. Starting, of course, with West Ham, who are the designated home team.
And in goal for them, it is Jacob Knightsbridge. And it looks like it's going to be a back four for West Ham United in Junior Robinson, Asher Falles and Junior Baptiste, along with Regan Clayton. The midfield two, as you mentioned just before, George Earthy alongside Caelan Casey. And it's Ollie Scarles who looks to be on the right with Lewis Oxford. I believe another one on the cups of the first team on the left-hand side. Callum Marshall just behind the striker, which is Remy Coddington.
And for Crystal Palace in their changed white strips today, Jackson Esquerdo in goal for them. It looks like a back four with Josh Ade, Jameed Moaf, Ryan Bartley and Vontae Williams. A midfield four of Cadogan Malik, Joe Gibbard, Cornby Austin and Adler Niscamento. With the front two of Junior Dixon and Matty Vigor. What a competition, what a tournament this is. It's the third year of the Next Gen Cup. The first time it's been played on these waters, or on these shores, I should say. We're not playing in water. So competition that's kind of integrating with the IPL, the Indian Premier League, and the the SPL, it's not the Scottish Premier League, the South African Super Premier League. And we're delighted that Kerala Blasters are here, and they'll be playing Tottenham Hotspur in the second game later.
Just after.
Yep. So the referee just going through, Kirsty Dow just going through with the two captains. How are you feeling? What's your expectations for the game today?
Well, I'm looking for some high quality for sure with the West Ham side. As you mentioned, of course, a lot of the players in the under-23s, not just the under-18s, and moving into the senior squad. And it'll be interesting to see those couple of players who are moving up towards the senior side, Lewis Orford, along with George Earthy, to see if they stand out amongst their other teammates this afternoon.
Absolutely, and for Crystal Palace it is a slightly younger lineup, much more of the under-18 squads playing for them this afternoon, but some bright talents, and certainly Junior Dixon looks to be a man with some talent, or a boy with some talent for them. I saw him chatting earlier on as we arrived with a couple of the Tottenham players. They seem to know each other quite well, and there's a bit of pre-game banter going on in this tournament.
Well, I know if you're speaking about Junior Dixon that he's a two-footed player up top, and I wonder if that will cause problems for the West Ham defence. We'll have to see how that unfolds, as it is West Ham who are going to get us underway here live from the Hotspur Way training ground.
They kidded you.
Oh no, they've tricked it. They've changed it. It's Crystal Palace.
It's going to be Junior Dixon, the man whose very distinctive dreadlocks will get us underway in all white.
As his first job is to pass it straight back towards Austin. And Palace, well, almost a sloppy touch at the back there from Bartley, as he does get it back to his goalkeeper. In the end, he will go long there, Izquierdo.
Izquierdo, not related, I don't think, to Izquierdo that plays for Crystal Palace's rivals, Brighton Hove Albion, a Colombian player who's made great strides in the Premier League before he was injured. There's no relation between the two, just share a similar surname. But Palace, as you'd expect, happy to play out from the back.
It's a good ball there from Williamson to find the number 9 Dixon, who seems a bit of a target man from these early stages.
That's it. You can see he's just nursing a bit of a strap there on his thigh. I wonder if injury will prevent him playing the full 90 here this afternoon. Should just, for those of you just joining us, this competition is split over the London portion and the Midlands portion. So we have West Ham and Crystal Palace, as you can see here, alongside Tottenham Hotspur, the host team, and Kerala Blasters. In the Midlands, which is hosted by Leicester City, there's Nottingham Forest. They welcome Bengaluru from the Indian Premier League, and the rather funnily named Stellenbosch. I just like saying that name.
It's great, isn't it, from South Africa, of course. The first time a South African side has taken part in this competition, and it's third season now.
That's it. And it's not just about the teams integrating, is it? It's about the awareness of football, but it's also part of the referees and coaching. There's a lot of integration across all of the clubs involved. Yeah,
Mike Riley, the head of refereeing here in England, was saying how important it is to integrate referees from different countries, and what a perfect competition to do so.
That's a nice ball out on the right-hand side, and Niscimento looks to get the return and fire one across.
Just about cleared in the end there by a day. Although it's coming straight back at West Ham United from their strong, towering centre-back.
Ryan Bartley. Yeah, he's certainly looks head and shoulders above everyone else. Cross headed away. West Ham just struggling to clear their lines momentarily. Certainly a height and strength advantage for these young Crystal Palace teams. They may lack in age, but they certainly don't lack in physicality.
I was going to say the younger side as well. And I was wondering before if that was going to be a key difference in this game, but at the moment it looks like they've got that kind of advantage, as Palace do have it down this left-hand side as it's played back to Jamid. And all the way back now to their goalkeeper, Esquerdo.
Bit of pressure being applied by Callum Marshall as West Ham look to try and get a foothold in this game. They haven't been able to as yet.
Perhaps they will do here as they come forward after winning it back, but give it away just as quickly though, and now there could be a break for Crystal Palace down the left-hand side. It's Nascimento driving forward. I say that at a slow pace as he does a step over, tries to drive inside, and in the end makes a mess of it.
Disappointing. It was a promising attacker originally on the left-hand side. Niscimento comfortable on the ball, couple of step overs coming inside, but just let down with the final pass. And another free kick as the pressure is relieved. Maybe now this is West Ham's opportunity to build up from the back.
And as you say that,
I seem to have the curse on me today.
Yeah. So perhaps a second chance for Palace to get forward. There's a bit of a break on before. They'll control it now with their number 4 in Austin. And out to the right-hand side it goes now. It's Cagan. Looks like he's going to get it back down the right-hand side of the penalty area. Cuts it back towards the number 9, Dixon. It was well cleared away, and this could be a break now for West Ham United.
Yeah, Dixon there was just lurking. It was a really, really important interception just to avoid. You certainly felt that the finishing touch was going to be there. Good football from Crystal Palace. As we see again, wonderful play from Ade. Cutting down towards the byline, just cutting it back, and a really important interception. It was Jamal Baptiste, another one of those players who's really made a name for himself in that under-23s and probably on the cusp of that first-team squad, and we may well see him in the first-team colours at some point over the next season or two.
So Palace happy to play it out the back, as they have done so since the kick-off.